So let's talk about the quadratic expression or equation. In its general form, it is written as ax squared plus bx plus c. Or you could say y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay. And most times it's also written as ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay. So you may see it often written like that also. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Now, we need to take note that the letter x in any expression or equation is an unknown variable. Its value will only be known when the equation is solved. So therefore, for point number 2, the letter a is the coefficient of x squared. All right, as you can see there. In other words, it is the number on the left side of x squared. The letter b is the coefficient of x. In other words, it is the number on the left side of x, as you can see it right here. And the letter c is the constant. In other words, it is a number by itself, as you can see it right there. Now, you need to take note that if you do not see a number in front of x, or you do not see a number in front of x squared, then there is an automatic invisible one. Okay. So for example, in 2x squared minus 11x plus 14 equals 0, a is equal to 2, b is equal to negative 11, and c is equal to 14. In x squared plus 2x minus 63 equals 0, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, and c is equal to negative 63. Okay. In example E, x squared minus 16x plus 48 equals 0, a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 16, and c is equal to 48. Now let's start to talk about the graphs of the quadratic equation. The graph of the quadratic is called a parabola. The parabola will have a U-shape if the value of a is a positive number, and the parabola will have an N-shape if the value of a is a negative number. So in this example, we have y is equal to 1x squared plus 2x subtract 3. So as you can see now, the value of a is a positive 1. If we don't see a sign, there's an automatic positive sign. So that's 1 or positive 1. So the value of a is positive. So therefore now, the shape of this parabola will be a U shape, as you can clearly see. All right. You can even prove that using online graphing calculator. So here we're going to use a GeoGebra graphing calculator online. That's an online graphing calculator to show that when the value of a is a positive number, you're going to get a U shape for the parabola. So let's say you have 1x squared plus 2x minus 3, or x squared plus 2x minus 3. As you can clearly see, we have a U shape for our parabola because the value of a is 1. Now, when the value of a is a negative value, for example, y is equal to negative 2x squared plus 2x plus 5, a here is negative, you are going to get an N shape for your parabola. And we are going to use GeoGebra graphic calculator to prove this. So let's say we type here negative 2x squared plus 2x plus 5. So as you can see, The value of A is negative, and we are getting an N shape for our parabola. So this is proof whenever your A value is negative, you're going to get an N shape for your parabolic curve. Yeah, before we continue, I just want to stress the fact that if you do not see a number in front of x squared, for example, then there is an invisible positive 1. You see? So this can also be written as x squared plus 2x subtract 3. So now we're going to highlight some important features of the parabola. The roots are where the parabola cuts the x-axis or the x-intercept. So this parabola has 2 real roots. There are some parabolas with only 1 real root, and there are some with no real roots. But this one has 2 real roots. The y-intercept is always the value of c. So as you can see, c is -3, and the y-intercept, as you can see clearly, is -3. The turning point is a minimum point in the U-shape. So this one is a U-shape. So the turning point is a U-shape. From left to right, it's coming down, and then it turns and it comes back up. So it's that point is a minimum point, the lowest point. Now, the turning point now will be a maximum point if the parabola was an N shape. So as you can see in this N-shaped parabola, here you have a maximum point. Here's the y-intercept. As you can see, look, it is +5, +5. And here you have 2 roots. And it's an N shape. It comes up, it turns, and it comes back down. So the point up there is a maximum point. The y-intercept is +5. Here it is the value of c. And this one also has 2 real roots. So here you have the U-shaped parabola. Turning point is the minimum. Yeah.